Good morning, YouTube. It is the Curvy Jones checking in with you for my week 39 vertical sleeve gastrectomy weight loss update. I am still holding around 192, 193, so not much movement on the scale. Although lately a lot of people are like, you lost some more weight. And I'm like, nope, I haven't. I've been at this spot for, I don't know, about a month, but I think probably what they mean is I've lost more inches and I lose a lot here in the waist area. I lose a lot here when I'm losing, so I kind of lose from here down. And I don't know if you probably can't see me, I'm like all in the corner of the bathroom. Of course, I'm always bigger from the side. So anyway, so yeah, that's kind of how things are shaping up right now. Everything's good. I'm just kind of hanging. I think I hit my exercise minute goal for the week, but I didn't have time to add it all up. I was at like 180 some minutes last time I checked, and then I worked out twice since then, so I think I made my 200-minute mark. If I didn't, it's something I'm working up to, so the weekends really help me catch up with that because I can do 2 a day if I need to, so I'll be adding that up just to track for myself to make sure that that I make that goal. Still terribly busy at work. It's not terrible. It's a very good problem to have, to be really busy. So things are good there. I have been having a weird sleeve week though, actually. Let me see if I can fix the lighting. It's just really dark to me. I'm having a really weird sleeve week, and I'm so thankful that my surgeon is social media savvy, because I can shoot a question to him and get an answer right back. And Les of Sarah and Michael VSG and I were having a conversation the other day, or yesterday, about just weird sleeve behavior. Like, we have a lot of restriction and like things aren't going so well digestively. Like, a lot of things are making me sick to my stomach, and they didn't used to, and I can't eat that much. And the other day at work, it was not a good day, and chicken is like my go-to protein. So if I can't eat anything else, I just go to the cafe and have them make me a chicken breast. Just cook me a chicken breast, dice it up, and I'll either, dip it in some dip, or I'll throw it on some lettuce and add some cheese and call it a salad. Chicken is my go-to, and I had some chicken and it went down fine, and then it sat in my stomach like a rock. And I like to say that Jelly is the boss. She basically tells me how things are gonna go, and what she said was, this ain't gonna happen, so let's just go ahead and get rid of it. So I go into the bathroom, and one of my coworkers is in there. I apologize, this is gross, but I was sliming at my desk, so I went to the bathroom kind of to spit it out. But I know once I start that process, there's no stopping what comes next. So I'm in the bathroom, and she's like, blah, 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 yappity yap, are you okay? Blah, 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 yappity yap. And I'm like, get out. I need a personal moment in here. Get out. Get out. So I'm like, Guys, I can't open my mouth, I can't talk. And she's like, are you all right? And I was like, She's like, oh, okay. So I go to the sink and I wash my hands just to sort of waste time before she leaves. And she's holding the door open. She's like, are you coming? I was like, She's like, oh, are you sick? She's like, okay, I'm gonna go. So she left. And Jelly did her thing where she was like, hell no. And that was weird. That was weird. Our bodies are really, really weird now. Every time that happens, you know, it's different than it has ever happened before. Vomiting post-surgery is different than vomiting pre-surgery. It looks different. Anyway, I don't want to be too gross, but I'm simultaneously grossed out and fascinated by what happens when our stomachs reject food. And it was gross. I would like to talk about it more, but I don't want to gross people out, so ew. So I kind of did that, and that was right after lunch, and it was probably about an hour or so after lunch, and you know, an hour or so after lunch, you should like long have since been, you know, digesting, and it just wasn't happening, and the rest of the afternoon was difficult. Just very rumbly and still sliming, and I just was not feeling good. I left work around 3:45. Told my boss I'm just not feeling good. Lunch did not sit well. I don't know what it was, but it didn't stay down, and I'm gonna go. So twice on the way home from work, I thought I was going to vomit again. I ended up, so when I slime, I can't, that's not going back down, so I have to get rid of it. So twice I had to pull over and spit. Sorry to be gross, but this is weird. It's weird. It fascinates me. I'm absolutely fascinated by things like loose skin and how our stomachs work now. Anyway, so I went home. I kind of kept it, you know, like took it easy. You know, I had just had some fluids, and I kept the food light. Then yesterday was kind of fine, but still kind of, my stomach's like, I don't want that. So, then by last night, I was fine again. Actually, we had barbecue for lunch, and I had a very little portion, which everyone at work continues to find hilarious and amusing. And I had a teeny weeny plate, and everybody had this enormous plate of like 2 barbecue sandwiches and mac and cheese and baked beans and slaw, and I just had this itty bitty plate with some pork and some chicken. And that's it. I might have like a little spoonful of baked beans. They weren't very good, so I didn't eat them all. But and that was enough to fill me up. And so they were picking on me about that. It's like, well, that's about all I can eat. So it's fun. So yesterday went kind of fine. Last night I ended up having chicken again for dinner, and everything went down fine. So who knows? But what I was talking about was that my surgeon is on Facebook. He's very social media savvy. So popped up a question because Les of Sarah and Michael VSG were also having some weird sleeve issues, and popped up Guillermo Alvarez, who is my surgeon. Hey, have you ever heard of people having issues with sleeve due to humidity, change in weather? I know that altitude, when you fly, if you have a lap band, it gets tight. Certain things like, you know, temperature and altitude and humidity does affect the lap band. Does that affect the sleeve? And what he said was, more than altitude, humidity does affect increase or decrease restriction. So because we're having such an odd change of weather here in Atlanta, it's like raining at 67 one day and then it's hot and 88 the next. We're really experiencing a change in seasons. I can feel it in the air. I think that that's sort of messing with my sleeve, and I don't think that I have noticed it much in the past, but here in the switch from summer to autumn, I'm feeling it. And he said, you know, basically that humidity does affect our restriction, and if we have tight restriction, there may be things that our stomachs can't tolerate at the moment. So interesting bit of learning. I am headed off to work. I have to go pick up donuts for these spoiled brats I work for, and I plan to have a super day. So hopefully you guys do as well. Thanks for checking in with me, and we'll talk to you soon.